across Ontario and within Quebec as well. Today is the final day of winter. Spring is here tomorrow. And I'll tell you, this is not all going to melt overnight, and the tulips are not going to blossom by the time you wake up on Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. You are watching the Weather Network. I'm Rachel Schoutsen, and yes, we did see those squalls hit the Parry Sound region particularly hard, drifting into the Kawartha region as well, and then, of course, the Bruce Peninsula. That was not looking too nice yesterday. So what happens next with these squalls? Plus, where is the system in Newfoundland, and when will rain return to Vancouver? We're going to get through your whole national forecast right here. Here's a little snapshot of those squalls today. You can see they're almost disappearing now within southern Ontario. So those winds really start to ease off Huron and Georgian Bay. So the snow squalls, the worst of it is behind us, but those winds are still going to be gusting strong today. This is a snapshot into this afternoon. So those gusts still around 50 and 60 kilometers an hour. So today you are not going to smell the signs of spring in your forecast. I can tell you that. The wind chill is still alive and well. -1 today in Toronto, -2 for Parry Sound, and up to Chapleau -4, which actually is a little bit warmer than what you did experience yesterday across the north of Ontario. Into Quebec. Similar setup here, the trough essentially dragging some flurries up and down the St. Lawrence today, so still really feeling like winter through this region. And it still looks and feels like winter. Yesterday we dealt with some freezing drizzle in places like St. John's, same kind of risk as we go throughout the morning. That starts to ease through the afternoon, but the precipitation is still with you. So this system was in the Maritimes yesterday. It's transitioned now into Newfoundland. Better chance of seeing that concentrated snow towards the northern peninsula, a little bit of mixing off the coast, and then this is all transitioning to rain through the afternoon. And then look at this. Tomorrow, sea-effect snow is kicking up for the very first day of spring. So we are certainly not going to be celebrating with any daffodils in St. John's or Corner Brook for that matter. 4 degrees in Charlottetown, 4 in Moncton. The potential for that mixing essentially just as that trough continues to move through. So just some passing showers. And really our next big weather story does come to us with a lot of that moisture that's building along the west coast, essentially following this active pattern in the east, following a few of those troughs. And it does look like we could see this Colorado low flow forming by the time we get into Wednesday. So here it comes across Ontario, likely to bring in some mild conditions across the south. So yes, we could be dealing with a bit of a rain story with this one. London, you can see that icon there at 7 degrees, 10 in Windsor. Certainly not cold enough to see snow. Thursday still lingering to places like Toronto, Kingston, and Ottawa. So that's the next one to watch. Now, the pattern that we've been watching across the west at the beach. The blue skies were just so beautiful, looked amazing. Cloud cover builds today, and then we do have the rain returning for Monday. Now, if you can stay with us, our next segment is an interesting